everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Brianna, and in today's video we are going to be making this BT21 inspired Tata keychain. This is not too difficult of a project. The only sewing we will be doing is on the mouth, but other than that it is completely no sew, so let's get into the tutorial. For row 1 we are going to start off with a magic ring, and into our magic ring we are going to crochet 4 single crochet. Then we are going to pull close our magic ring. For row 2, we are going to do an increase in every stitch all the way around for a total of 8 stitches. For row 3, we are going to repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around for a total of 12 stitches. For rows 4 and 5, we are going to do 2 rows of 12, so a total of 24 stitches. At the end of row 5, we are just going to cut a long tail and pull through and set this piece to the side, and now we're going to make the other side of our heart. For side 2, we are going to start exactly how we started the first side of our heart. We're going to start with a magic ring with 4 single crochet. At the end of this round, we're going to pull our magic ring closed. In row 2, we're going to connect our keychain, so we're just going to go through our first stitch of round 1, place our keychain onto our hook, and we're just going to do a single crochet in that first stitch. And that will be our first stitch of row 2. For the rest of the round, we're just going to do the same as we did in row 2 of this half. We're just going to do an increase in each stitch. So this will be our first stitch for this round, but we are going to go back into that same stitch and do an increase and then continue all the way around for a total of 8 stitches. For row 3, we are going to repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around for a total of 12 stitches. For row 4, we're going to do 1 row of 12 stitches, a single crochet in every stitch. Now we're going to connect both halves. We're going to call this row 6, and we're going to have a total of 24 stitches all the way around. You can choose to connect really wherever you want, but for me, for this one, I'm going to do 8 single crochet, and now I'm going to pick up my second half, and I'm just going to place them next to each other and crochet across into our other half. While I work in this round, I'm just going to crochet over that tail that we cut off of our first half. In our second half, we will have 12 single crochet all the way around. Once we have our 12 crochet in our second half, we are going to return to our first half to connect completely across. And since we did 8 in here, we'll have 4 more single crochet until we reach our stitch marker. After we do that, we should have a total of 24 stitches all the way around both halves. In here, personally, I'm actually going to leave a little bit of this tail that we cut earlier hanging out, because we will have a tiny little gap sometimes right here between both halves, and then I will take this when we're done and I will sew up that hole to make it less visible. Now for row 7, we are going to do a single crochet all the way around in every stitch for a total of 24 stitches. For row 8, we are going to follow the pattern of 2 single crochet, 1 decrease all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. For row 9, we are going to do a single crochet in every stitch for a total of 18 stitches. Now I'm going to connect our eyes between rows 7 and 8, and I just leave about 1 to 2 stitches in between the eyes, whatever you think looks best, depending on how tight or loose your stitches are. You might want to adjust that a little bit, but this is about where I have them right now. row 10, we are going to follow the pattern of 7 single crochet, 1 decrease, all the way around for a total of 16 stitches. For row 11, we're going to follow the pattern of 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, all the way around for a total of 12 stitches. Now we are going to put in our last bit of stuffing. You can always maybe put a little bit more in at the end, but it might be a little bit harder, so I recommend putting as much as you can now. You can stuff it to however firm you want it to be or however soft. This is our final round, and for this round we are going to do 6 decreases all the way around. That will leave us with 6 stitches, and we are going to cut ourselves a long enough tail to sew it closed. Now I'm going to sew close our bottom and that little hole that I was talking about earlier. Now we are going to move on to the mouth. For the mouth, we are just going to do a slip knot, and we're going to chain 4. Then we are going to go and slip stitch across. We're going to skip that first stitch on our hook, so we'll have 3 slip stitches back to the beginning. Then at the end you can just cut a tail and pull through to sew this onto our keychain. For the mouth, if you have it, I would almost maybe suggest a lighter weight yarn because it can be a little bit difficult to sew the mouth on very precisely, but kind of just do the best you can. I'm kind of doing it off camera because it's really hard to see when I'm recording over here. I need it kind of closer to my face, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we are just going to sew a mouth over top of it, and I think it totally looks perfectly fine. So if your stitches are not totally perfect, I wouldn't stress too much about that. Now we are almost done, so the last thing we have to do is sew on our eyebrows and a little black line for the mouth. You can do this with black thin thread, but I'm out of that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of black yarn and I'm just going to kind of separate it so it's thinner, and then I'm going to use the thinner pieces to sew on those final details. And then that is our final step of making our BT21 inspired Tata keychain. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe, and if you have any requests for any other types of videos, please just comment down below. And if you have any questions regarding this pattern, also please comment those down below and I will try to get back as soon as possible. And if you happen to make these and share them on social media, please tag me. I would love to see your final product. And other than that, I would just like to say thank you for doing this tutorial with me and watching. Your support really means a lot to me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.